lines. If you have this on, it'll stick this HTML character in here, which is a line break character. You're likely going to want that to be on. Show title field. All this means is that if you have that set to yes, then this is going to show up on your blog. You may not want that if you have a custom header that you're going to put on. So you can turn that on or off as you like. Then we have show link field. This allows you to have a related link on each of your posts. So you can set that to yes or no. And enable float alignment allows you to align your text and images using the division tags. Now your post template, this allows you to put some code at the top of each of your posts before you post it. For instance, if you wanted a link up top or an image, let's say you want an image, you could say something like this. So every time you make a post now, it's going to bring up this part of the code, and all you have to do is put your image URL in here. So that's how you can use that. Of course, this is totally optional and you can clear it out. Well, let's save our settings. Comments. This allows you to control how your comments are handled. Now, first of all, you can decide if you want your comments to show or if you want them hidden. Of course, selecting hide doesn't mean they go away, they just don't show on your blog. Now you can pick who you want to be able to comment on your blog, whether anyone, whether they're anonymous users or not, registered users, users with Google accounts, or only members of this blog. So you can check how you want it handled there just by selecting the box. Now, comments default for posts. This allows you to set by default whether you're going to allow posts to have comments on them. You can change that at the post level. So you can either enable it or disable it on new posts right here. Whether you want to show or hide your backlinks. And then you have the same thing here, backlink default for posts, whether you want to show the backlinks or not. Your timestamp, you can set how you want that to look on here. Then you have your comment form message. You can put some HTML in here that you want in your form. Here you can set whether you want to use a pop-up window for your comments or whether you want them entered in line. Comment moderation. This allows you to review comments before they actually go live on your blog. Check your preference here. You can put an email address in here if you want to be notified when somebody posts a comment. You leave it blank if you don't want to be notified. Word verification. This allows you to stop some spam by having people key in a random string before their comment goes live. And whether you want to show profile images on the comments, people can have images attached to their profile, and when they make a comment, you can decide whether you want to see their images there or not. And then the notification email for comments. If you want to be notified, you can put that in here. Once you're done with that, we just save the settings. Now we can look at archiving. Here you can choose how often you want your posts archived. And down here, if you want each of your posts to have their own pages as well. Once you have that, you can save your settings. Now, site feeds. Your feed allows people to look at your site via an RSS reader. So you can pick here how you want things to appear on there. If you want the full text indicated, or if you want it short or none. Select what you want here. If you're using FeedBurner or some other program to manage your RSS feeds, you can put the feed in here that's supplied from that service. In your post feeds, you can put an advertisement just by putting the code in the bottom here. Once you're happy with all that, just save your settings. Now, your email. From here, when you post to your blog, you can decide who's going to get emailed when you post, just by putting a comma separated list of emails in here. And down here you can actually email your blog from your email client and email your posts in. All you have to do is pick an address in between here, and your address would be, in this case, tim569 dot whatever we put in here at blogger.com. And then we can choose whether we want the emails to be published right to our blog immediately, or if we want them saved as drafts so we can come back in later and check it out before we publish them. Once you're happy with that, just click Save Settings, OpenID. OpenID is where people set up a centralized account. If you go to openid.net, people can set up a centralized ID that they can use for all their posting on different blogs and so on. So what you can do here is you can add in here the trusted sites. Now to enable OpenID, you have to go back to your comments, and we've already checked that here, registered users including OpenID. So we've actually already enabled OpenID on this particular blog. You can also use your own account to post on other people's blog once you set up an OpenID. And then lastly, let's go look at permissions. Here you can give people permission to actually author your blog. All you have to do is click Add Author, and then you can invite people to write on your blog just by putting their email address in here. Then down here, your blog readers, you can pick if you want anybody or only people I choose, or only blog authors to be able to read your blog. Okay, in the next part, we're going to go over setting up the layout of our blog and start posting.